Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is a exam paper, June 2000, 2022, and variant 32. So let's see how we can do this paper. Uh, the first question we have a logarithm, ln here, logarithm here, but this value without logarithm. And what is technique to do this kind of question whenever we have a two logarithm, but one number without logarithm? So basically, we will use here two properties. And one property is that logarithm of e is always 1. So for example, I have a 2x. I can write 2x like 2x. I can write 2x times to 1. And this one I can replace by ln e. So after this, we can go for next plan. So this will go in the power. This is another property of logarithm whenever a logarithm of p. So this value goes in the power of p. So logarithm of p to power a. So then this x will 2x will go on the power. It turns to be ln e to power 2x. So in short story, I can say that this 2x equals to this one. I hope so clear. Same if I have, for example, k, I can write logarithm e to power k. Look, this value goes in a power of e. Let's say 7, I can write ln e to power 7. So now this 2 e to power 2x, I'm going to replace ln e to power 2x. And now there is another property of logarithm. If there's a plus sign, I show you here, whenever two values like add it like this, we can write one logarithm and this, and both index multiply like this. So this is another property, you know it very well. So let's apply on right hand side. I can say 3 times to this. So I can say 3 e to power 2x. And now we are eligible to cancel. Normally students try to cancel log some like this even. No, wrong. We can't cancel until unless this plus sign convert into multiply sign. Now I'm eligible to cancel log. E to power 2x plus 3 is equal to 3 e to power 2x. All right. And after that, what is the next plan? So this e to power 2, there are 2x values. So I can bring this on the other end. I can bring 3 on this end and this on this end, no problem at all. But I'm writing in this way. I believe you got a point very clear. This is a 3 e to power x minus 1 e to power x will become 2 e to power 2x. And after that, we have to bring this 2 on the other end, divide by 3. I get e to power 2x is equal to 3 by 2. Now, my target is to get x, which is in a power. Whenever something in the power, we can bring down, like a will come and multiply before. So but this is only possible if there is a logarithm. So we don't have a logarithm. Then I will take now ln once again for both sides. Logarithm left side, logarithm right side. Now I'm eligible to bring 2x down. So I can say that 2x times to logarithm of e, log of 3 by 2. And this ln is 1, even I mentioned on the top here, ln is 1. So this is 1. I got 2x. And now sometime, and this 2 will divide, will come here half like this. Sometime, he asked for exact answer. So this is my exact answer, but he didn't mention here 3dp. Now it means I will simply type in calculator half times 2 logarithm 3 divided by 2, and answer is coming 0.2027. But I need 3dp. So this 7 is bigger than 4. Add here, I get 3. And I hope so the point is very clear. If he asks you exact answer, this is my exact answer. So let's go for question number 2. Question number 2 says what? We have to first solve it. A problem only one we are facing here single theta, but here double theta. So it means we have to look towards the formulas. Cos double theta. We have 3 formulas of cos double theta, but currently I tell you 2 only. 2 cos square theta minus 1. And another most important 1 minus 2 sine square theta. Basically, this angle become half, and this angle become half. Now, but I need this a cos. You can see this one. This is a cos. So if I use sine formula, no benefit I will get. It means I will use a cos formula. So 3 in the bracket, I'm writing 2 cos square theta minus 1. Actually, this value, this whole value is coming in the place of this and equals to 3 cos theta plus 2. Now this 3 multiplying inside, I get a 6 cos square theta minus 3 and 3 cos theta plus 2. Now I bring both values left hand side and writing in order. So 6 cos square theta minus 3 cos theta, and this become what? Minus 5. And I hope so you got an idea, and I got this quadratic equation. Now, I can say here, assume cos theta is equals to k, all right? Or, so if I get, so this become what? 6k to power 2 minus 3k minus 5. Now I have two choices. Either I will go for quadratic formula or factorization. But I think so, 5 3s are 15. I think it is not possible to factorization. So let's apply quadratic formula. Negative b plus and minus b square minus 4a and c by 2a. Okay, now applying this in my calculator. so um, so when I apply, a value is 6, b value minus 3 and minus 5, and I get two answers. Okay, one answer is I'm getting is 3 plus root of 129 over 12. And second answer, I'm getting here 3 minus root of 129 over 12. But it's a very clear. And what is my target is 360-degree. Keep eye here. Okay, then I replace. It means I will replace one by one. So this cos theta will come here and here. So when I put it here, cos theta is equals to, and if you check it, this value, cos theta is equals to negative 0.6965. I take actually 4 dp just for more accurate, 1.196. And you know it very well. When I will take a cos inverse of this, will give you not value. So no solution come from here, because all of you know the highest value and the lowest value of sine and cos is +1 and -1. So curve stay in the boundary limit of 1 and -1. It cannot cross 1 and -1. So there's a no way 1.1. So this is why we have to leave it. Come back the other way. And other, you know it very well, is cos negative according to cast property, CAST cast. So C for cos and A for oil, S for sine, T for tan. And cos is positive in first and fourth one, and negative is second and third one. So here we looking for negative. So I will make one line here and one line here. And now I find principal angle. When I find principal angle, make sure you will not put this minus sign here. So I'm typing without negative sign. So cos inverse, and make sure calculator must be in degree mode, okay? Because we can see the degree. So cos inverse 0.6965. And when I get the answer, I get principal angle 45.85, or I can say 9 degree. And this value, I'm going to write it here, 45.9 and 45.9. My first answer, which I get from here, is this. Second answer is this. So let's see how we can get the first answer. First answer is 180 minus this. So because this is full, all of you know it, this is a 180 total, but this angle is not required for the first black, this arrow. So I can say here, theta is equals to 180 minus 45.9, which turned to be 134.1 degree. And what a second one? Second one's from here till here. All of you know this is a 180 and this is a 49.5. So simply adding to 180 plus 45.9, if I add 45.9, it is giving me 225.9 degrees. So I believe the point is very, very clear. All right, so let's go for next question. This is a polygon question we have. Polygon says that this is a polynomial, sorry, polynomial, not polygon, sorry, polynomial. And polynomial is given by expressed by p of x. It is a very clear, and I'm writing as it is, polynomial. Okay, then what? After that, it is given that p of x is divisible by this, and when p of x divisible, so divisible means that this is divisible. So I will put simple 2x minus 1 equals to 0. And this one goes there, I get a 1. And this 2 divide, I get a half. I'm going to replace all x values by half, okay? And when I substitute, like I'm saying here, put x is equal to half. When I substitute both sides, my students, a times 2 half to power 3 and half to power 2 and b times 2 half plus 3. Because he said divisible, and indivisible mean the end answer equal to 0. And this showing remainder. It means when I will do long division and keeping this inside, then the end answer becomes 0. And this 0 I will replace here. I hope so. The point is very, very clear. So 0 is equals to a over 8 plus 1 over 4 plus b by 2 and plus 3. Uh, I multiply because this 2, 4, 8 fraction disturbing to me. I multiply whole equation by 8. 8 into 0, it gives us 0. 8 into this, I will get a. 8 into 4, I get a 2. And similarly for b and 8 to the 24. Reorder, so I get a plus 4b equals to negative 26. So equation number 1 done. Actually, these two value 26 will go left hand side, so become negative sign. So first part is equation done. Secondly, mention that here that when divisible by this, it is remainders of 5. It means when I do a long division and a 5 remainder here. So let's see how we can deal this kind of thing. So first of all, as usual, p of x is equals to a x to power 3 plus x to power 2. I'm copying the polynomial as it is. But this time, because he said that x plus 2 and minus 5, so this I will plug in equals to 0. When I keep it x plus 2 is equal to 0, 2 goes there, x becomes negative 2. I replace all x by negative 2. When I replace left hand side, I get this. Right hand side, I'm going to get this kind of equation, negative 2 and plus 3. Because he said the remainder is 5, so this I will, previous part he said divisible, so remainder is 0. Now it's 5 remainder, so I remove it and write here 5 remainder. So 5 is equals to, this is a negative 8a plus 4 and negative 2b plus 3. I will bring this both values left side and 5 on the other side. So 8a plus 2b, and out of 7, 5 gone, 2. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, this I got it. I think so we can solve it now easily. I can now solve them simultaneously. Okay, I have two choices. I think this easy. Here 2, here 4. So this equation multiply by -2. Then what happens? -2 the whole equation, students. I get -16a, -4b, and -4. And the one equation I'm just copying below. So a plus 4b equals to -26. And what plus point, students? So these two values will cancel out. -15a equal to -30. And -15 will divide, and I get a value 2. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I believe the point is very, very clear. This a value, you plug in either equation number 2 or 1, no problem at all. So I'm plugging in 1, put in 1, put in 1. So a plus 4b equals to -26. So 2 plus 4b is equals to -26, and 4b is equals to -28, and b becomes -7. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, question finished. And what he was asking, just find AB for 5 marks. I hope so you are understanding all this concept, what I'm delivering to you. This question is a little tough. And what is a, here we have to be careful because a lot of algebra plus trigonometry combination. Okay, he says what here, this is a equation given by him. Let me write. Okay, right. It is given that the curve has one stationary point between first interval. 0 to pi by 2 means is the first interval, first pi, sorry, first quadrant, I want to say actually. First quadrant 0 to pi by 2. So find the x coordinate of stationary point, and 3SF is my target. So all of you know stationary point whenever we need it. So curve turns many times, every turning point derivative equals to 0. So my plan is these are called stationary points. So what I'm going to do, first of all, differentiation. So dy over dx. And when two functions are multiplying each other, like u and v, then how we can differentiate this kind of function? So first I differentiate, yeah, sorry, I mean to say, first I will keep u as it is, then derivative of second function. Now second function as it is, and derivative of the function. This dash stand for derivative. So I just keep this as a u, so you copy, so I'm copying into derivative of the v, that v means this one. So half, all of you familiar. What is the root value is a half. Half comes down, and power of the whole becomes -half, and times 2 base derivative. And what is the base? Sine, and space is a cos. I hope so clear. Now, let's see how we can complete. Now plus sign, now I'm keeping the sine x root as it is into derivative of this first function. First, I kept as it is this derivative, now opposite. Now this kept outside, and this derivative will come in this bracket. 3 comes down and power become 1 less into. The base is a cos. Actually, some students confuse here. First we deal power, done. Then we deal base, done. And then angle. So step by step. So 3 comes down, power 1 less, and base of cos is the minus sign. That is minus sine x derivative. Now, what I will do, make sure if there is a one part, there's a first pose part number 1, there's the next one part number 2. So then maybe first derivative equation will be utilized in next equation. Then I will find, I will simplify all fully. But as I know that there is no other part in this, I will plug in directly derivative equals to 0 without simplifying right hand side. So have a look here, this. And some simplification definitely we have to try. And what that -half, it goes in denominator, become positive half. Half is called root. Cos cube and cos will give us cos 4. And down to and root of sine x, I believe is clear. And this minus into plus is minus. And now root sine x, 3 sine x, not even 3 sine x, even cos square x into root of sine. I repeat my words, this negative into positive negative, rest 3 and sine and cos, and this I wrote just as it is. Reason, when I will bring, because I have to find out the sign, okay? So best idea, take LCM. And when I take LCM, students, it becomes like this. So cos power 4 as it is, this multiply with that. And I get a -6 sine x as it is, cos square as it is. But root into root, all of you know root will eliminate, like root x into root x, give you root x square, and square will cancel, become only x. So here I get only sine x. And this multiply with 0 will become 0. Now from the whole bracket, what is the common? Clearly cos square is common. In the bracket, cos square left and -6 sine square left. Because sine square and sine 4, so sine square is common out. Now, when the product of two parts equals to 0, students, look at it, this 0 and this. So I will say one by one, they are equals to 0. I hope so you got my point. And now, first, I'm saying cos x is equal to 0. Second, I'm saying cos square x -6 sine square x is equal to 0. Now, let's see how we can find it. So first of all, root of the both side, left side, cos x is equal to 0. Cos is 0 where? Cos is 0 is as a cos, and make sure is a radian degree. Yeah, it is a radian. Make sure this is a radian. Okay. So there's a cos 90, is non 90, or cos pi by 2 is 0, and down cos 3 pi by 2 0, I mean through 270. But it is the answers are coming pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2 both out of range. So out of range. So I will not use these answers, because we have to look upon the first quadrant, and both are out of first quadrant. Now let's do the let's do the second one equation. So now how deal with this one? I can leave 6 sine square alone, and cos square goes on other end. Now 6 will go under it, cos will come left hand side. It will become like this: sine square up, cos square down, and 1 over 6. And sine square by cos square is giving you 10. So 10 square. Now I'll take a root. When I take a root, I got two answers, plus and minus. I think I will save my time, and I will find it two steps, two working. So 1 tan x is equal to plus 1 over root 6. And second is coming here, tan x is negative. So -1 over root 6. So I hope so you are getting the concept. And now you know it very well that tan is negative in which quadrant? Tan is negative in first, second, and the fourth one. And when I talk about here, so tan is positive in first and third. And it's a very clear, this out of range, this out of range, this out of range. Only one answer in the range. Then why are we waste our time in calculating all these things? Simple, take tan inverse, will give our answer. And make sure, because he said radian, so convert your calculator into radian mode, and tan inverse 1 divisible by root 6. And the answer is coming 0. If you take inverse, I mean to say like this, tan inverse 1 over root 6. So answer is finally 0.3875. I mean 88 turned to be. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I hope so. The point is very clear. Let's go for the next question, number 5. Uh, by sketching suitable pair of graphs, show that this equation has one root. In this situation, what we do, students, left hand side and right hand side, I will sketch both separately. Like y is equal to ln x, I will make separate. Y equals to 3x minus x to power 2 separate. I repeat, this I took from right hand side, and this I took from left hand side. I will take both values. Okay. Then what to do? Then up till here we have a two technique. We have sketched without just without any help, but you can see the part number 2. The root lies between 2 and 2.8. So most probably the answers lie. I can think we can try from 2 to 3. Okay, because root lie between this one. So I think so. I got the point clear that I will make this graph Okay, although I can make it, but I will compress the graph and I will make it, this is a 2, here 2.2, here 2.4, here 2.6, here 2.8, and here I will get 3. And this is x-axis. Students, make sure one thing. I can because I got a help from here, or you can use your calculator. Sometimes it is not, its help is not available. Then you can try start. You can mostly it is given, or you can guess from the equations, or sometime it is the next part, one second part number third, and part number two will help us to get answer. Or you type start from 0 onwards. You can type in, okay, you can get answer. Let's start. So first graph, I'm going to do what, because both are curves. So I need a lot of points for this plotting. Okay. So I think the 2.2, 2.4, 2.6, and 2.8. Similarly, this is a, I think I can do directly, even just take of your understanding. I am making this table 2.2, 2.4, 2.6, and 2.8. Okay, now as I plug in, okay, I'm going to I have two techniques. Okay, I can make simple typing in calculator even, no problem at all. Okay, and or I have a function table in our calculators. So anyway, now I'm typing my own, okay. So starting, I'm from 2, okay, and function is a logarithm of x, and starting from 2, ending at 3, and step is 0.2. So when I plot it, students, so I get what? I get the values. Let's start. So first value against is 2. I type, you plug in 2 directly in the calculator, simply like this. So it is giving me 0.69. So let's take a look here. Oh, this is a 1, okay, or I write make it 1 below, or and here I make it 2. Now against 2, when I plug in this 2.2, I'm not putting in table, I'm writing direct value from my calculator. 2 giving you 0.69, which is here, because 0.69 somewhere here. 2.2 is giving me 0.78, slightly rise. 2.4 giving me 0.8, slightly rise. 2.6, 0.9, and, and then 1 is the crossing. 2.8 crossing 1, it is coming slightly up. And I think so graph is very clear. Graph is going this way and this way. I hope so graph is clear. Okay, wait a minute. Not this way, sorry. Logarithm always this come another way. So wait a minute, let me check. Yes, 0 point, this is a rising. And after rising, I think this graph will come, because exponential, make sure one thing, exponential graph is coming this way, and logarithm graph is coming like this way. Because so it means what is my approach? So these values are slightly it is coming. All this is the same, but okay, I just make it again. Wait a minute. Anyway, the graph is coming with me is like that. And now I draw this cover other one now. So let's see how we can make it. Other graph is I'm having it 3x minus x to power 2. Okay, I just simply plug in these values in the equation here, and I hope so you understand. I can do it easily, inshallah. The first number against 2 I plug in there is 5 point something. Is very high. I have no best idea. Make a both table first and then you sketch it. I think I should not sketch it, okay, or just make it like that. And against 2.2, I'm getting 4 point something is something below coming. And I think so, again, 2.6, 2.6, I'm getting here 1.5. Against 2.8, I'm getting 1.5. Against 3, I'm getting here 0.4. Okay, because you know this parabolic curve, this come whenever negative x square. So it means the graph is coming this way, and immediately, okay, it is coming as very small value. So graph is coming this. No need to show because these are rough sketch only. So that is why this is not compulsory to show the both. I hope so. The point is very clear. And these intersecting at one point, and I can say that, hence, because he said that by sketching the suitable pairs, show that it has one root. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I think the point is clear. By now, next part, by verify by calculation the root lies between 2 and 2.8. You know what, student, this technique, you have two choices. Either bring this on the left right hand side, or second option you have bring this on the left hand side. Both are okay. I think write in any one form. Okay. I take it f of x. I bring this ln x minus 3x and plus x to power 2. So I brought this function left hand side. Now what I will do, students, I replace every x by 2. First of all, then I replace every x by 2.8. You guys from where, sir? Because 2 given here and 2.8. Okay. And when I plug in here, when I plug in simple this values 2 in the place of all x's, it will look like this: log of 2, 3 times 2, and 2 to power 2. So I'm typing in my calculator minus 6 and plus 4. My answer is coming negative 1.306. And when I replace 2.8, so I mean to say like this: log of 2.8, 3 times 2.8, and plus 2.8 to power 2. So let's see what happens, student, in this option. Um, I'm just typing in my calculator and plus 2.8 to power 2. And I'm getting positive answer. I want to tell one thing, very important. I will write the word as sign changes. Sign changes. So root lies between 2 and 2.8. I repeat my words. Actually, this sign negative and this sign positive. You have a first negative, then positive, or first positive, then negative. Must be. Sign must change. If sign not changes, it means the root does not lie. So it is a very, very clear approach what I'm saying. All right, so let's go for next part. Next part is use iterative formula and determine the value of this. So what is technique, students? And in this question, it did not give an initial value. When never given initial values, the previous part take the average of these two numbers. So x1 is a 2 plus 2.8 divided by 2. And answer is very, very clear. If I take an average of 2 and 2.8, it is coming naturally 2.4. So 2.4 is my initial value. Mostly he given initial value, but sometimes not given, then take out the average of those numbers. Okay, I'm using this function and I replace every n by 1. So I'm saying put n is equals to 1. When I replace 1 here, like every n value, so it turns to be x. 1 goes 1 plus 1, student, it gives us 2. I'll show you what I'm saying. This one here, 1 plus 1 give you 2. When I put 1 here, it will becomes root, and in the root 3 times 2 x1 and log x1 because I replaced 1 also here. Now, students, I think it is a very visible that this x1 value comes here and here, and I have to type in calculator like 2.4 minus logarithm of 2.4 and root the whole. So I just type in my calculator and let's see what answer I get from here. Okay. So first value I'm getting is here is root 3 times 2, 2.4 and minus logarithm of 2.4. And my answer is coming 2.x2 answer 2.5149. And he mentioned that give each iteration 4 dp answer. Look, I wrote 4 dp, round 4 dp, but final answer I have to give 2 dp. I hope so. The point is very, very clear. All right, so let's go for the next one. First plug in n1, now I plug in n value 2. Where? Again, same equation, x2. So when I get it x, so x, this 2 come, okay, I'll show you. Which 2 comes here? 2 plus 1, it gives you 3, and root 3x2 minus logarithm of x2. And all of you know the x2 value is this one now. So this value will go here and here. So what I'm doing now, I'm typing it this in my calculator, and let's see what answer it's finally getting. So this answer I type in calculator, I got 2.5734. Okay, now I'll plug in and first plug in N2. Now I'm showing N3. When I plug in N3, so 3 goes 3 plus 1 give you 4. And inside I'm replacing, actually I'm showing what I'm saying. This x3 value, okay, first of all I show you, some student maybe not understanding. 3 goes here, I got 3x3 and minus xl, this 3, and x3 I have this one, I have this one, so this whole value will go here and here. I believe now you got a better picture. And I'm writing this time 3 times to 2.5734 minus logarithm of 2.5734. And if I type in calculator, I am getting 2.6029. And now I go for N4 and N4. So this time I'm plugging almost directly 3 times to 2.6029 and minus logarithm 2.6029. And my answer is coming 2.6176. All right. So I hope so. Up till here is the point is very clear. And when I check it, one more number for just, you can ask one question. So when to stop? Actually, I'm starting point 2.4 value, then 2.57, then 2.6, then 2.61. It changes. And when it stop changes, I will stop. Like, or change become very minimal. Okay. So for example, I find, so when I type in calculator, so this value will come here and here. So I'm typing in calculator 2.6029 and logarithm of 2.6, sorry, 26177. Sorry. I plug in wrong number. Okay, this value is coming here. So 2.6176 and logarithm of 2.6176. And answer I'm getting is 2.62500. Okay, now I think you can see that if I move further, one step further, so answer is coming 2.628. So I think it's rounding. So I think I can say directly is a 2.63 is my answer. Okay, because if it's rounding and because we're looking for 2 dp, you can see that this number round we get 63 and this number round we give you 63. And I can guess that I checked two values are coming same, so I can stop here. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, the point is very clear. Let's go question number 6. What question number 6 says? So first of all, that we have to split. So dy over dx is equals to x. How to split? E to power y times to e to power minus x. Because you can see that if 2 to power, for example, is a 3 and 2 to power minus 5, I can write 2, 3 minus 5. Because these sign a value just bring together. Or I can go reverse even. So reverse means it will come this form. I think this part is very, very clear. Okay, now what I can do further. After this, because we have to step number 1, make a y subject in terms of x. So make all y's left hand side. So job number 1, this will multiply right hand side. I get x, e to power y, e to power minus x, and dx and dy. And now I bring dy here down. So I finally, I get it 1 over e dy equals to x e to power minus x dx. So I think up till here very clear. I will bring it up because I can't. I have to bring it up to make it integration possible. I hope so clear approach up till here. Now I'm saying integration both side. When I integrate both side, step number one was make all y's left side and all x right hand side because y is my subject. Now, when I integrate student, what happens? It will become like this and like this. Here it is nothing hard. This is very simple. What is integration e to power negative as it is divided by powers derivative? Power derivative is -1. I just wrote as it is. And now what is here? I will apply a product rule. A product rule you can say, or it's called integration by parts. And what the rule we have? Rule is there. I'm going to show you late. Late. Okay, we can add one more I also. All right, late, or you can say opposite I right here. Okay, L-A-T, late. E for exponential, T for trigonometry, sine or cos, whatever. A for algebra, x square, and L for logarithm. So from top to bottom, the top function is v, down function is u. In this sense, I can find an exponential and algebra. So it is a very clear approach. Exponential is called v and algebra becomes u. If you decided wrong way, you can't solve the question. So this is u and this is v. Now afterwards, what is the basic formula? Formula when we are applying u v integration technique. So we have what u copy. I show you u copy integration of v minus a big sign of integral. A bracket starts, a bracket finish inside dx, and here again v integration into d over dx of u function. So it means that 2 times I will do v integration and 1 time only u differentiation. You will not integrate at all. So let's start. I think you can apply now. So first of all, u copy, as you say that, u copy, and then v integration. So I'm writing v integration minus a big sign of integral, a bracket starts, a bracket ends, and dx. Inside the bracket, you can see that integration of v once again. Okay, time to derivative of u function. So d over dx of u function means x. So I believe the point is very, very clear. All right, so now I'm going to find it, the process further. What is integration of e to power minus x? Every person knows. First, you keep as it is and divided by powers derivative. All right, then same because the same integration, so I copy same as it is here. And what is x derivative is also 1. I hope so. This minus you can write up even, and e to power, we got a minus y like this. Okay. And then I simplify because my target is to make a y subject. Okay. Or I can write it 1 over e to power y even. And what about this? This minus can write up minus x and e to power x bring down positive x. Minus and minus plus integration of negative this one. So I think this is a very easy approach. All of you know up till now. Okay. I think up till here, all okay. What is this integration, students? Keep as it is and divide the power derivative plus c. So I bring it again, -1 over e to power y equal to minus x over e to power x and minus this plus into minus. And this I bring it down, I get 1 over e to power x and plus c. Students, you can see that we have to get c value and top x value, y value 0. I will plug in here x value, y value 0. So say put x0, y0. When I put y0 here, all of you know something to power 0 is 1. And this is 0. This when I plug in 0 here, full 0. Even no need to put even down part. Here, e to power 0 plus c. And is a very clear approach. This is because something to power 0 is 1. 1 by 1 is 1. And this is 0 and this is -1. So this goes there and c becomes 2. So when c becomes 2, I hope so the point is clear. And afterwards, what is my plan? I will go for plug in first of all in this expression, in this equation, sorry. So I get what? Negative 1 over 2y equal to minus x over e to power x and minus 1 over e to power x and plus 2. Now only one choice left behind. I have to make a y subject. How it possible? So first of all, what I will do, because I want to flip this one. First of all, this minus is disturbing to me. I multiply whole equation with minus 1. I get it here, e to power, sorry, 1 over e to power y, and this x over e to power x, and plus 1 over e to power x, and minus 2. Like all sign changes, done. Now I can flip only if I have a both side simple fraction. For example, x over 2, or I can say 2 over x equal to 5 over 3. If I want to flip this one for this of this single fraction, and x up, 2 down, 3 up, and 5 down. I hope so clear. So same thing I want, but it's only possible single fraction. So take LCM. When I take LCM, students, this is because same. So one time comes x plus 1 and minus e to 2, e to power x. Now I can flip. When I flip, students, e to power 1 come up, 1 down. 1 you write, you don't write, no problem. And e to power x is coming even here. And I'm getting even here. So x plus 1 minus 2 e to power x. So both sides flips. Okay, now I have to make a y alone. Only choice, take a logarithm of both sides. When I take log of left side, I get e to power y. Right side, I get ln. And the whole thing will come in bracket. X plus 1 and minus 2 and e to power x. So now this is the y will come down, and you can say that y and logarithm of e. And log of e is, 1, so I can write direct step. So y is equals to, this is my final answer. Okay, and what is a further part? Wait a minute, let me finalize it. And how I can write this in another form, then inshallah you can see it. Yes, sir, I observe one thing. This is negative sign is missed. This all signs are there. All signs are there. But here negative is not there. So in this approach, this is cancelled then. And this is already 0. So in short story, C, we are getting 0. So C value, I write it -1. And C value coming 0. That is why I think this is a part clear now. And this is also, and I think now I can write final form. So C is 0. And finally, I take LCM, x plus 1. I hope so the point is very clear, except this is not there. Okay. Yes, exactly. And finally, this is my answer. Okay. And I can see here logarithm e to power x over x. To see one sign only affect the question. Anyway, let's go for next part. Find the value of y when x is 1 and give in special form. This form he's asking for. So I replace now each x by 1, something to power 1 and 1 plus 1. And finally, I can say here, because ln, I get e by 2. All right. According to situation, we need this form. So what is technique? I can say logarithm of, because we have two values. If they are dividing, I can expand log of upper value minus log of lower value. Same apply here. And log of e is 1. All of you know it. So 1 minus log of 2. And if you try to compare, so this is a value, this is b value. If he asks you, although he's not asking us, but if he asks us, all right, find the value of why he was asking, okay, and give answer in this part. So let's go for next part. Question number 7. We look at carefully. we have to take equation this one and convert this one. The derivative actually, right? So let's start. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. What I can say here, product formula will come here, and let's see how we can proceed. So this you can see that 3 comes down and power 1 less, so 3 comes down and power 1 less become 2. But here we have product formula. Product means UV, and you know it very well. I just discussed before. When you're differentiating U and V together, so U copy V derivative and then V copy U derivative. This function I will apply here. So how to apply? I will take 3 outside and I will deal x square y like that. Okay. So first of all, x square copy. In the bracket, I'm writing y derivative, and all of you know it, dy over dx. Now I copy y now, and what is derivative of x square? Become 2x. I repeat my words. This copy, this, and then multiply with the y derivative. Now y copy and x squared derivative. Now let's proceed. Same story here, but this story is a little different. 3 comes down and power 1 less. I get 2 times 2 base derivative. And 3 derivative is 0. Some student ask me, so why are you writing dy or dx? Make sure if you're dealing x square, then no problem. But whenever you deal y or y, for example, what is y differentiation? You know, it is simply, if I differentiate, I get dy over dx. But when I differentiate not y square, the 2 comes down, power 1 less into dy over dx. So if I differentiate y cube, so y cube means 3 comes down, power 1 less into dy over d. A short story, every time when y to power 2, 3, or 4, I must write dy over dx. This is a very important. As a teacher, I know that students miss this part. Anyway, so let's go for the next part. I have to prove it. So very clear. 3x copy. This 3 multiply in the bracket. I get 3x to power 2 dy over dx and plus 6xy and negative 3y to power 2 dy over dx. I can see that 3, 6, 3, 3. Okay, whole equation divisible by 3. And I get this kind of equation. 2 xy, y to power 2 into dy over dx equal to 0. I have to make y values on one side and x value on the other side. And you can see that the upper values both are positive. So this is positive and this positive. So I should not move this on the other end. I have to move dy or dx on the other end, which our target is easy to achieve then. 1 minute, please. I think this is missing power 2. Okay, so after this, what is the next plan? Okay, 2xy. So this will go there, become positive. And this will go there, becomes negative. Now, students, very clear approach. Finally, what I will do, take common from here. What common is a very clear dy over dx common. I will get remaining part this in the bracket. Now this whole thing will divide under it. And this is my final answer. And I write x square plus 2xy over y to power 2 minus x square equal to dy over d. Or finally, I can write side changes even, no effect will come and target is achieved. Okay, so this is approved. Clear. Let me recheck. Yeah, correct. Next part, what is saying that the find the coordinates of point with a curve tangent parallel to x-axis. Make sure if something parallel to x-axis, x-axis, the derivative is confirmed is equals to 0. But is it parallel to y-axis? Derivative is not 0. No, sorry, 1 by 0 or call infinity. I hope so clear. So I'm going to plug in the same like here. I'm going to plug in 0 here. So x to power 2 plus 2xy over y to power 2 minus x to power 2 is equal to 0. This multiply into 0 will finish automatically. Okay. Now, best idea, take x common from here. If I take x common, I get x plus 2y is equal to 0. Either this is 0 or this is 0, 1 by 1. So I get x is equal to 0 or x plus 2y is equal to 0. I get x is equal to 0 and x is equals to negative 2y. Now, how to deal now these two options? Because he was asking coordinates of the points. We have to look how we can find it. So first of all, what I will do, I will plug in both value one by one in the top question. And top question is here. I'm copying first of all x cube plus 3xy. And let me check 3x square y, sorry, 3x square y. And minus y cube is equals to 3. Recheck x cube plus 3x square y. I think all correct. As I will plug in, okay, one by one, I'll plug in both. So you see, inshallah, it becomes easy for you. Okay, students. I plug in 0 here, 0, and minus y cube equals to 3. And negative y cube equals to 3. And negative goes on the right hand side and take cube root. The cube root of negative 3 and cube root. I hope so the point is clear. Or negative come out, even both are same story. So I got the x value, so coordinate turned to be x0 and negative cube root of 3. This is my final answer because x is y here. Same approach, I will go for second part. Second part, I have to plug in this x that value here and here. When I plug in this value here, so it will become 2y whole cube, and then I replace negative 2y in the place of second x also. I believe you're understanding up till now. Here, cube open of 2 and y, negative 8y to power 3. And 2 square 4, 4, 3 is 12. 12 and plus 12 y to power 3. And y cube is already here. 8 plus 1, 9. I got 3y to power 3 equals to 3. 3 goes there, I get a 1. Cube root, I got a 1. So answer is finally 1 comma. And xy value, sorry, x value I don't know is a y value. How to get y value? This one plug in here. When I plug in here, I get negative 2. So alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, the concept is completely clear. Question number 8. What question number 8 says here? There's a combination of a part of it, I think, is a partial fraction, and let's see how we can do it. So first of all, x square, 9x, and 3x minus 1, and x to power 2 plus 3. We write a over first linear factor. This is called linear factor. Why? Because power of x is 1. This is called quadratic factor because power is not 1, power is 2. And whenever we have a quadratic factor, we never write one variable. Above linear, we write one variable, but at a quadratic, we write px plus c. This is a format, must write. This variable can be changed, no problem, but x must be there. After that, I will multiply throughout, multiply whole equation by left-hand side denominator. Left-hand side denominator. So when I multiply this value with that, so this completely cancel out. And I will get x to power 2 plus 9x. And when I multiply this whole thing with this, So this will cancel with this, and this will stay behind with a. So a times 2x to power 2 plus 3. And when I multiply this back with that, you know what happens, student, after that? After simply this cancel with that, and 3x minus 1 stay with that. But here some students do a technical mistake. Look, I'm going to show you. Normally student write like this. And there's a mistake here. What is mistake? Because it's look like C is multiplying inside, but wrong. This we must put a bracket, the whole thing multiply with that. Sorry, multiply with this. So it means this bracket, if you don't write bracket, full question become wrong. And now what after that? That linear factor equal to 0. Linear factor equals to 0. 1 goes there, x divide, 3 divide. So I will replace whole x by 1 by 3. So put every x value by 1 by 3. So when I plug in 1 by 3 here, both values, I save my time. No need to show to examiner. We can do a little shortcut even. So 1 divided by 9 and plus 3. So I get 28 by 9 left hand side. Here I can show some working. I can show it in the bracket what I get when I plug in this one here. So 1 divided by 9 plus 3. It give you 28 over 9. And what about this value? When I plug in this value in the place here, for your knowledge, no need to put it here. Why? Because this is already 0. So even I plug in this value here, so you know 3 into 1 by 3 minus 1. Cancel 1 minus 1, 0. If this 0, full 0. So that is why it means no need to show this working. I got a 0 here directly. And now if I bring on the other end to the value, this multiplies there and 28 divides. And because they are same, so a value will become 1. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, you can see that how easily we got the answer. Reason, because I assume this part, this part is equals to 0. You can ask me, sir, can I do the same process here? No. Why not? Because when I plug in this equal to 0, power 2 we can't, because it becomes -3, and negative root 3 is give you math error or complex numbers. We can't do it. So that is why I'm writing here, I can't do it. Then what is the choice we have? Then we have to put a best number, that is 0. I replace whole equation by 0. When I plug in 0 here and here, I get 0. When I plug in 0 here, I get only 3 left in a bracket. When I plug in 0 here and 0 here, what I get in two bracket, one C and second is a -1. The short form, and this value of A I plug in here, I got a 3 minus C. And C value is coming here plus 3. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. First I plug in 1 by 3, then a 0 ideal number. You can plug in 1000 also, million, whatever, X value. I put 100 even. But I think it's not a good idea. I'm not wrong at all. I think best number is after 0 is 1. I replace this 1 throughout the equation. I have another choice even that is called comparison, compare coefficients. Like I will compare coefficient here. How many? What is x coefficient 9? And from here x coefficient 9, whatever, put them equal to each other. Some x square is 1 coefficient here, x square, and I will solve them simultaneously. Making two equations. But I think so. This is a time saving. Okay, when I plug in 1 in this side, so I get a 10. When I 1 plug in here, 1 square 1 plus 4a. When I 1 plug in 1 here and 1 here, I get in bracket b plus c, and outside I get a 2. And same time I put the values of a value with 1, b I don't know, c value is 3, and this one. So 10 minus 4, and here b plus 3 and 2 outside. Sorry. So this is a 3, 3, 2 outside. So 6 coming, 6 and b plus 3 outside 2. 2 divides, I get a b plus 3 equal to 3. And b value is coming 0. So I hope so. The point is very, very clear. And then I have to plug in all values back. here. So ultimately, I get what, students? A value is 1, so 1 over first factor is a 3x minus 1, and B value is 0, so 0x over, and C value is 3, so 3 over x to power 2 plus 3, and this is a final answer for the whole fraction. Okay, well, let me check. B is 0. If I plug in B0 here, it goes and 3 value and 1 value. I hope so. The point is very, very clear. And I have done it. Second part is asking integration. And function, it gets from here, this function. But this function is very hard to integrate. But we know that this function is equal to this one. And this answer, I just got it here. So this value will come here. So I'm starting 1 to 3. 1 over 3x minus 1 plus 3 over x to power 2 plus 3 and dx. He said exact form we need, not in decimal required. Okay, first of all, I will split. Splitting means 1 to 3, 1 over 3x minus 1 separate, and 3 I can bring outside. I hope you understood. This 3 I brought out. I can keep inside even, no problem at all. After this, what is the next plan? Now we have to be careful here. Here, two things are important. Rule number 1, I'm writing both rules. Whenever function in denominator, its derivative in numerator and power of function is 1. So what is answer for it? Answer for it is logarithm of function. So I think it's working. How? Function in denominator, its derivative is in the numerator. No, sorry, it's not there, but I can make it. How? What is derivative of 3x minus 1? This has 0, 3x become 3. It means I need 3 here. I don't have 3. Then what I can do? 3 multiply up, 3 multiply down. Upper 3 will go inside. Actually, it's balanced, it's balancing. But upper 3 can go in the place inside, and this 3 remains outside. So it means here and here I'm writing. The upper 3 went inside. I believe it is a very, very clear approach now. I get 1 over 3, and now you can see that function down, correct. Its derivative 3 1 is 3 up, correct. And power of function is 1, yes, whole 1. We can write logarithm of 3x minus 1 over. And this, for your knowledge, this derivative automatically eliminates. So this 3 will automatically eliminate. What about this question? Very interesting. We have a function. I just write even that. What is the formula we have? 1 over x squared plus a squared dx gives us what? 1 over a tan inverse x by a. Actually, under power 2's, what the value I write in brackets. See, this bracket and this bracket. So those values in the bracket will go here, and this bracket value will come here. So problem is only one we have facing. In this particular question, do we have squares? One square I can make, but second square I don't have. I can make it. How make it? Here x and here root 3. How come? Root 3 square give you 3. I hope so. The point is very clear. And I'm going to now finish the question. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So this is becomes 1 over constant, and constant is root 3. Constant is root 3, and times to tan inverse constant by variable. Oh, sorry, variable by constant. Variable is x, and constant is root 3. Now I will plug in the limits. Limit is 1 to 3 because integration is done. You include 1 by 3 inside, or you exclude. No effect will come. So limits are 1 to 3, and here I can do it even here. Write a full bracket like that, or even you can bring that outside, so no effect will come. So 1 to 3. Now I'm putting the limits back, and it's a very clear. When I plug in 3, 3 is a 9, 9 minus 1 is 1, become 8. All right. And then minus sign. And when I plug in 1, 3, 1, 3, ln 2, and 3 by root 3 here inside. When I plug in 3 here, students, and now and make sure, please, whole chapter of differential equation or integration or differentiation, we have to keep in the radian mode. Some students don't care about this. That is why I get a wrong answer. I hope so you got my point. And when I plug in 3 in the place and take tan inverse, it's giving me pi by 3 and minus. And when I plug in 1 the place of here, I get a pi by 6. I hope so. The point is very, very clear. After that, this is you can see here, because minus sign in the middle, you can see that, okay, I can say that logarithm of 8 by 2, which canceled, I get 4. And here 3 by root 3. And here take LCM 6. So it becomes 3 2s are, so 2 pi minus pi. And here I'm getting a 1 over 3 logarithm 4. And here this 3 up and these 2 cancel out. And I get here, and this has become pi. And I get what? I get what? Here I get a pi by 2 root of 3. Okay. But problem is only, I think, let me check. Yeah. And what a question is asking for, find exact form. And Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, I believe the point is very, very clear. And I think if you leave it here, full marks will come, but mostly root 3 is not acceptable in denominator. And sometime we can simplify is more. How we can more? If you leave it here, I don't think so. You will lose mark. Okay, anyway, but still, I will do one more step. 4 is 2. 4 is 2 to power 2. And this 2 can come down. So this is another way of writing, I believe, clear. And what is this one? Whenever root involved in denominator, I will multiply up and down. This is called rationalize. Okay, I get what? A root 3 pi I get in the numerator, and root 3 give you 3, and 3 to the 6. So this is another form maybe you can get in mark scheme, either this or this. Both are correct answers. And I hope so. The point is very clear. Question number 9, what a question is. In this question, he's saying here that two vectors, lines of equation of vectors, we can say are this and this given by him, okay, and they intersecting, okay, and show this connection. So when they intersect, students, what is step number 1? I will convert both line in their standard form. So let's write. I'm writing here standard form. What is called standard form, students? I'll just show you this one, this second. Okay. How actually I'm writing, what is I coefficient here? -1. What is I coefficient here? Lambda 2 lambda. So 2 lambda from here and plus. So -1 plus 2 lambda is called I. This is called standard form. Same. What is the J coefficient 3 and lambda multiply inside minus lambda? It means minus lambda. So 3 minus lambda. Same approach for minus lambda. 4 from here and lambda minus k. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I hope so you got a point. What is here, students? I 5 here and mu a. So 5 plus mu a. Same approach 4 plus mu b. And finally 3 plus mu only. Okay, after having this two standard form, what I will do, students, I'm going to, is also called general point, okay, of general point. We can say standard form or general form. So no problem, okay, component form, we can say that in component form. Because they intersect, because for your knowledge, this is, let's say, line L, okay, and this line M. This represents a million trillion points lie on it. It means it will express this point also. Same approach, this point express this point, this, all points. So This point can just also this one. So at this point, both are equal to each other. So as they intersect, what I can say that. So I coefficient, put them equals to each other. Okay, I'm going to put them like this, and then y 4, so 4 plus mu b, and 4 minus lambda 3 plus mu. Rearrange, students. Actually, we have to prove this connection. Okay, so it means I have to eliminate mu and lambda. And what is technique? I think I can do one thing, that first of all, try to cancel. Let's see, we can make it mu subject from here. Wait a minute. Yes, or yeah, we can make a mu. For example, using these two equations, cancel lambda, or I mean say any two equations. Okay, I think I can cancel lambda using these two easily. Equation. Well, first of all, rearrange, or I can do even direct even. Yes, I can do direct even. No problem. Or simplify is better. Okay, 2 lambda 2 lambda minus mu a equals to 6. Equation 1 done. I brought this one here and mu on the other side. Let's go second equation and then for third. So I can see here lambda plus mu b equals to -1. Equation number 2 done. Let me recheck. Correct. And then I can say lambda plus mu. I'm bringing lambda here and 3 on the other end. I can say equals to 1. Now, I think so. If I go for the first two equations to solve, first equation and -2 equation with the multiply with the 2. Okay, so multiply into 2. Okay, I'm solving lambda. I'm doing cancel actually. So 2 lambda minus mu a equal to 6. Now multiply through whole throughout with the 2. So 2 lambda plus 2 mu b equals to -2. Sign changes, sign change. This cancel out, and I get here minus mu a minus 2 mu b equals to 4. Not 4, sorry, this 8. Okay. Now I try to make a mu common out, or multiply a whole equation with a -1. So I get a mu a plus 2 mu b equals to -8. And then mu common out, I get a plus 2b equals to -8. And I can say here mu is equals to -8 over a plus 2b. So I hope so. This part is very clear. First, I simplify that. Now I try to cancel these two directly. So simply 2 minus third. So lambda plus mu b equals to -1, and lambda plus mu is equal to 1. Sign changes. This cancel out. I get mu b minus mu equals to -2. Mu common, b minus 1 equals to -2. And mu value is -2 over b minus 1. Now, because mu equal, equate them. When I equate them, what happens, students? So I can say that -2 over b minus 1 equal to -8 over a plus 2b. A plus 2b multiplies there. So a plus 2b times 2 -2, and 8 -8 times 2 b minus 1. This -2 divides, I get a 4. So a plus 2b is equal to 4 and b minus 1. Then I multiply inside, a plus 2b equal to 4b minus 4. And final form, I can find it from here because I have to bring ab same side. So I bring this 2b on the other end, and it subtract out of 4b, 2b subtracted. I got 2b, and a also goes there, become minus a. 4 goes left side, it becomes 4, and this is my target to achieve. And you can see that, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, 2b minus a is 4 proved. we have done it. Part number 2, he said, to show that, given that L and M are perpendicular, find AB. For your knowledge, whenever two vectors are perpendicular, I mean angle theta 90 degree, then the both vectors product equal to 0. Like for example, AB vector and AC vector, their dot product must be 0. Make sure, don't forget it. Another criteria, just extra knowledge. If dot product is positive comes, if dot product is coming positive, then theta must be less than 90 degree. And if dot product is negative comes, so then theta must be bigger than 90, obtuse. The three criteria we have. So I'm using, as he said, that both lines are perpendicular. Perpendicular, so make sure always we take direction. So we ask, where's direction, sir? After lambda, this is called direction. After mu, this is called direction. So I'm writing this one to 1 minus 1 1. I repeat, 2 from here, minus 1 from here, and minus 1 from here. 2 minus 1 minus 1. 2 minus 1 minus 1 dot. And then we have other direction is what? A, B, and nothing here, so 1. A, B, and 1. So A, B, and 1. So A, B, and 1. A, B, and 1. And dot present. Now, in dot product, what happens, students? The corresponding values multiply. And A2s are 2, 2A, and negative B, and negative 1 equal to 0. And I'm going to make it same form. Actually, I got it here, 2A minus B equals to 1. But I have to solve this with the top equation. So solve these two simultaneously because he's asking us to find both. So I can best idea bring B on the other end one. So I will make B subject. So 2A minus 1. I brought 1 here, B goes there. So this is a B value. This value I'm going to replace there. So put in the other one. So when I put it there, so 2 times 2B minus A equal to 4 and 2A minus 1. And ultimately 4A minus 2 minus A is equal to 4. 2 goes there, I get 6. This and this becomes 3A. And alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, A value is coming 2. Okay. Now B value, this value 2 to the 4 minus 1. So it means 2 times 2 minus 1. So B becomes 3. So I believe all points are very, very clear. Last part of this question, find when these values are used, it means I have to use this AB value here. When AB were these values, find position vector of the line of intersection L and M. So where they intersect, so simple. I have one choice, two choices. Either I use this or I use this. But first of all, I need how I can find anyone. I think better to use this one. Okay, or you can use anyone, no problem. I'll replace lambda values here, students. When I replace lambda values, I'll get my answer. And lambda value is what I have it. Lambda value, sorry, we don't have here, but I think I can find easily. How come? If I replace AB value, okay, and AB, it means I'm bound to go for the other way. So what is other way? Other way means if I replace it here, B value, I get mu. Okay, I get mu, and then I can solve easily. So let's start. Mu is equal to minus 2 over B. Mu is equals to, okay, let me recheck. Minus 2 over B minus 1, correct. I can replace this B value here. When I B value here, so mu is value coming minus 2 and 3 minus 1. And short form, I got negative 1. So mu value is minus 1. Okay, game is not over. This mu value minus 1, I can replace here, even here, third. Put in third, and lambda plus mu equal to 1. So lambda plus mu equal to 1. As lambda plus mu is equal to 1. So this mu comes here. So lambda minus 1 equal to 1, and lambda becomes 2. Now I can replace this lambda value back where? In the top equation here. Or you can put mu even here, no issue at all. Okay, I plug in here. Minus 1 and minus 1 plus 2 lambda, minus 1 plus 2 lambda, minus 1 plus 2 lambda. Okay. And then what is that other one? 3 minus lambda and 4 minus lambda. So 3 minus lambda, 4 minus lambda. So it becomes very simple. If I solve it now, so 2 to the 4 out of 4, 1 gone, it becoming 3. And this is becoming 1, this becoming 2. You write this form, or you can write R is like a 3i plus j and plus 2k. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, because he was asking position vector of the point of intersection. So I hope so. The concept is very clear. Let's go for the question number 10. Okay, question number 10 says what? Question number 10 is given us u value. Complex number u is given this value. All right. So u is equals to -1 plus root 3 iota. Okay. All right. Okay. So, and he said that given that u is the root of this equation, when you give a root given, so I can replace every root in the equation. So it turns to be 2u cube, then 3u square plus 14u and plus k equal to 0. And my target to get k value is only possible if I take the, if I plug in this value here, here, I'll get my answer. Or I find u cube separate, u squared separate, u already have given, I can get my answer. So cube of the both side. So when I cube of the both side, I'm writing here -1 plus root 3 iota. Iota. Okay. Make sure I tell you one thing. If you have, I'm using squaring identity. I'm expanding a minus b whole square or minus a plus b whole square. Like one sign must be negative. So what is the rule? First term square minus 2 into first term, second term plus second term square. So same applying here. Sorry, this is a cube first of all. How to open cube? So u cube is equals to -1 plus root 7 iota and -1 plus root 7 iota to power 2. All right, so I'm going to simplify. A lot of patience required. Here, first term square is 1, -2 into 1 into root 7 iota and plus root 7 iota to power 2. And I get -1 plus root 7 iota. And this is 1, -2 root of 7 iota. Here, interesting, a square of root 7 will cancel. Only 7 comes, and square of iota is, you know it very well, -1. So short form, I can say -7. Okay, and now I can plug in. Okay, and hold on. Just first of all show you, because you know this is a okay. What about this? I get what here? I get -6 to root of 7 iota. Okay, I think this all points are very clear, but I have a space issue, maybe some extent, so I just drag it up, slightly up. Okay, all right, all right. Or first drag this up. All right. So now this is a u square plus point. This is a u square. This I will plug in directly here. Okay, this is u will go directly here. Only u cube is important here. This into this, I will get 6. This into this, I get 2 root of 7 iota. Get this into this, -6 root 7 iota. This into this, first of all, plus into minus, minus root 7, 7, 7 to the 14, 14 iota square. And iota square, all of you know, -1. So this is becoming 14 positive, 14 plus 6, 20. And out of 6, 2 gone, -4 root 7 iota. I think so. Now just replace it in their equation and get the answer. So I mean, first of all, this I replace here, and I'm writing in a blue color. So 2 times 2, 20 minus 4 root of 7 iota. I replace it here. Now this is a u square. You know it. It came from here. It came from here. It came from here. Is a power 2. So this value I'm going to replace here. So plus 3 and negative 6, negative 2 root of 7 iota. Now, this value will go here. Plus 14 times 2, negative 1 plus root 7 iota, and plus k is equals to 0. Now, students, I'm writing it. There's a 40, this 8 root 7 iota, this 3 6 are 18, this 3 2 is a 6 root 7 iota, and plus minus 14 and plus 14 root 7 iota plus k, and plus k equal to 0. I think now cancellation process there. Look at here, negative 6 root 7 and negative 8 root 7 become negative 14, and there's a plus 14. So three values will cancel. Now here, you know it very well. There's a 14 and 18. So 14 and 18, it gave you 32. And out of this negative 32 and plus, so 32, so it's coming 8. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So this is coming 8, 8 plus 8 plus k is equals to 0, and k value becomes minus 8. So it is a little lengthy, but I hope so the point is very, very clear. After this, next is asking here, find other two roots. Okay, find the other two roots. Make sure if one is this root of this equation, second 100% conjugate. So I will find 100%. What is the other first root? First root is this one, and conjugate, second is a conjugate. So I can say that second root is here is negative 1, negative root 7 iota. Actually, conjugate means beside of iota, what the sign that changes only. So minus 1 minus root 7 iota. So I hope so. This point is very, very clear. I got a second root is correct. This is a second root. Now he's asking other two roots. What is technique to find it? Little bit tricky here. Actually, I just tell you, whenever we have two roots given, how to make a question. Two choices we have. Either I multiply is too lengthy, but I tell you another technique we have. So sum of the roots find first. Sum of roots. Sum of roots means this first, second root, and this first root. You add them. If I add them, let's see what happens. That is a minus 1 plus root 7 iota. And second root is this, and minus 1 minus 7 root iota. And this is cancellation process, and I get negative 2. Now product of roots. First sum and now product. So multiply them. Minus 1 plus root 7 iota and negative root 7 iota. And you know rules, student one rule, first term match and second terms match, and sign is opposite, like this, negative is positive. So we can say square of the first term minus square of the second term. Or you can multiply this into this into this. That's too lengthy process. Here I get a 1, here I get a root of square of the root cancel only 7, and iota. Iota square, all of you know, is negative 1. And 7 come from here. So 7, the negative 7. So negative 7, and this becomes 8. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And we have a formula. What is the formula? So what is quadratic equation? So quadratic equation is here. X squared minus sum of the root times 2x plus product of the root is equal to 0. This is a Fox-Fix formula. It means this sum will come from there. So negative into negative. And product come from here and plus 8. And finally, I get x to power 2, x to power 2 plus 2x plus 8 equal to 0. But he said, no, I'm looking for other roots. Only one choice left behind, and that is what's my students? That is left behind, that I will go for long division. Because you know these two roots, one root is this, and one root, second root, I have it. Where's the third root? For the third root, I will go for long division. So I'm writing this outside. And the top polynomial equation, this one, I'm copying below, plus First of all, I have to plug in a minus 8. So 2x cube plus 3x square plus 14x and minus 8. I think clear. So let's first of all this multiply what to give you this answer? X, 2x. So 2x into whole equation. I got 2x cube, 2x into 2x. Give you 4x to power 2. This I get 4 to the 8x. Sign changes, you know it very well, criteria. You cancel out. And here I get negative x square. Here I get negative 4. No, sorry, negative plus, I say plus 6x and minus 8. And wait a minute, let me recheck. 2 2s of 4. Maybe, wait a minute, let me check. Is I copy question correctly? Let me finalize. 14 minus 2. Because the question is right. And this, let me recheck. 2x cube, 2x cube plus 3x to power 2 plus x to power 2 plus 14x. Yeah, all correct, all correct. Okay, students. So 2x multiply with that, you got 2x cube, 2x into 2x, I got 4x to power 2. Yeah, 2 into 8, 16. This mistake of mine. So I have to write 16. So 16x, and I get here 2x. And this is also minus sign. If I multiply whole equation, sorry, this with a negative 1, I get this answer. So minus 1 multiply all, sign changes, and remaining is 0. So this other factor is this one. So third root is equals to 2x. Sorry, the factor is called. This is called factor. This is not a root. Sorry, this is a you can say root. This is called factor. Factor. And then what the root is? So root is very clear. I will plug in equal to 0, like 2x minus 1 equal to 0. So 2x is equal to 1, 2 divides, and I get 1 over 2. So Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So third root, which I got it here. So I hope so. The point is very, very clear. Let's go for the C part. On an Argand diagram, sketch the locus of the points representing complex satisfied by this equation. So what is technique, students? This is, he said U, and I think U is this one. He said U. So negative 1, U is what? Negative 1 plus root 7 iota. So I must write first of all this. I replace this value here. When I replace this value here, so what happens, students? Minus 1 plus root 7 iota. Make sure, student, you will not expand it. You will not expand it. And for your knowledge, this is called center of circle. And what is called radius of circle. So center and radius. And let's see how we can complete the question. He said that sketch it. Sketch means rough diagram. And before I start, I must know what is root 7. So root 7, if you check in calculator, it is a 2.65. 2.65. 2.65. So first of all, before I sketch it, I just make a rough idea. It is, if we talk it here, talk about this one, this negative. So x is negative means left side. And this is a 2.6, so it's a positive. So it will 1 here, this is negative 1, and this is a 1, 2, something 3, it is a here. This is root 7. So it means I got this point here. I believe you got my point, what I'm saying. This is a negative 1, so I got left side, because right side is a positive, left side is a negative, so negative 1. And there's a root means root 7 is a 2.65 in the middle of 2 and 3. So 1, 2, and 3. I hope so this rough idea is clear. I'm going to make a circle now. First of all, you know what I do, I make a circle. Okay. And center is lying at negative 1 and root 7. All right. And for your knowledge, very clear, since the radius is 2. whereas this height is not 2. This is more than 2. So my circle will stay somewhere like that. Okay. So I will make now, this is a, mm, approximately, I'll make it, this is a, because, okay, listen to me, because radius is 2. So it means this is a 2.67. So slightly above. You can say this is a 2 point, this is a 0.665 actually. Okay. And this line will be like that. Okay. Because very clear sense, this is a one gap. Okay. There's a one gap. I think idea is clear. Okay. This is a x axis or real axis. And this is imaginary axis. Okay. Or sometime you can see that imaginary axis equation is, we can write equation even, but I think, okay, let's talk about this part is very, very clear. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and 2 marks. Determine the greatest argument of the point locus in radians. So what is largest argument he asked about? What is the definition of argument? First of all, you must know what is argument definition. Okay, the angle, we can say shortest angle with positive x-axis, with positive x-axis. So it means, if I think about this point, so this angle is called argument. If I think this point, then this is argument. Okay, if I think this point, then this is argument, it's bigger. If I think this point, then this is argument. So it means I'm looking for the, it means if I move further, this is, sorry, straight line joining, this is argument. So where is the point which has the largest angle? So I will make a tangent here. I make it a tangent. I believe you will understand. Okay. And when I make a tangent here, so I believe you got it. So this point is P. And now I'm looking for this angle. What is the method to find it is interesting now. First of all, I just tell you how to find job number 1. Job number 1 is, this is 2. How I know? Radius is 2. That is fine. 2. Okay. So what is my target? How to get it? That one. So so make a concept such a way that we can get the triangle, okay, and get the angle. Actually, my target is get from here till here. I have 2 choices. Either I find this angle, but this angle is little hard to find, okay. And I tell you one more thing. We can make a join from here to here, okay. And for your knowledge, in this way, I can find this angle. But, and one more thing, if I make a tangent here even, okay, and this is green line tangent even I make here. All right, and I can say that, okay, so let's see how we can, this one, this is, I think, okay. But student, this is also okay, but here it is not helping us. So we have another way. What is it that way? It means from here to here, how to find it? If I remove this green line, so this is pi by 2 from here till here, pi by 2. And this angle, this is I'm writing here pi over 2 because 90 degree. And this angle I given name alpha, and this angle I given name beta. I repeat, this angle I given name beta. So it means full answer from here to there, pi by 2 plus alpha plus beta, I will get my answer. Now question comes, pi by 2, I have it. And for beta, I need this triangle. See students, I make it C for center, O for O and P. So I have a 2 triangles. So first of all, I make this triangle, students. This is 90 degree, this is a 2 gap, this is a O, this is a P, and this is a C. Okay, Now, how to get it? How to get this angle beta? This is one task. And second task, I will make another triangle, students. Which other triangle I make it? Look, I show you. And this triangle is here O, here C, and here I say Q. Now, phase Q, it means I will draw extra perpendicular. I show you again. And look at here, this is 90 degree. So this Q letter. And using this triangle, I have alpha. Look at here, alpha. And I think this gap is equals to this one, this -1. But don't say -1, only 1. And this gap equals to √7, to √7. So I hope so you got two triangles. This angle dependency on this length, how to get OC. So first of all, using Pythagoras theorem, I need OC because OC will go here. So using Pythagoras theorem, so OC to power 2 equal to 1 to power 2 plus √7 to power 2. I get 8 here, and OC become 2 √2. Okay, so this goes here 2 √2. I believe you got a point very clear. And now I can get beta, and sine beta is equals to opposite by hypotenuse. To cancel out beta sine inverse, and sine inverse of 1 √2 is always pi by 4. So alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, this I got it. This I have already alpha left from here. And question inshallah going to finish. Okay. Now how to get this angle alpha? So it is very clear, opposite by adjacent. So it means tan alpha equal to 1 over √7. Alpha equals to tan inverse 1 over √7. And now what is the largest or greatest argument I got from here? So greatest argument of G equals to pi by 2 and plus alpha plus beta. And pi by 2, alpha is tan inverse 1 over √7 and plus pi by 4. And make sure, did he mention anything here, radian or degree mode? No, we can use anyone. Oh, sorry, he mentioned radian mode. So it means we are bound to get it. So let me type it, pi by 2 plus tan inverse 1 divided by √7. I'm typing in my calculator, plus pi by 4. And its answer is coming sharp 2.717, not sharp, sorry, 2.1717. After rounding, it becomes 2.72. So 2.72 radians. So alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. I hope so you understood the whole paper. And so I hope so you got a concept, inshallah. And for the next time, inshallah, see you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.